Christina and I were at a entrepreneurial book club where Stephanie never read the right book. And
Stephanie was terrible at this book club.
I really sucked at book club.
I did
Fabulous. What?
I just had a visual. I just had a
It was a
visual.
lot.
I had a visual.
He's proud of it.
Hello.
I'm pretty sure we're on.
Okay. If you can't hear us, raise your hand, okay? Morning, boys and girls. How are you all? How's the second day of school vacation going?
Yeah, before we even, that started on Friday. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I know.
The amount of food that the conveyor belt that has been rolling out of this house. Although I got to tell you, the school kid is no longer a kid. He's been working all weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
Working with Dad?
No, he worked with Dad in the morning on Saturday. Then he had a full day at Knockabout. Manning the trampoline.
Mm-hmm.
Coming in loud and clear. Good morning. Thank you, RTB.
Thank you, RTB.
And then he ended the evening at Cook's. He's been working over at Cook Seafood.
Oh my gosh.
I know. He had like a 15-hour day.
Wow.
He was so excited when he came home and was like, does Dad have an extra wallet? I need a place for all my money.
Ooh. Making mucho dinero.
He very much loves it. So yeah, he's got a full day of a week of work this week.
That's
and
good.
I think we're wrapping up driver's ed. God, I hope so.
You're not enjoying it there, Mom?
No, I don't like the woman that runs the school.
Oh, okay.
Not communicative, and it makes me crazy.
Oh.
I don't know what is what. And I'm sure she has 4,000 teenagers she's dealing with,
Right.
which I'm sure is a lot.
I would imagine.
But there just needs to be a better way.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, your communication conversation is not working.
So what isn't she telling you?
Nothing. She doesn't respond. I sent her an email April 14th to
And
see if
it's,
he's going to wrap it up. Yeah, because he missed a class.
Oh, okay.
So they have to make up that exact class
Oh,
on that exact day
Okay.
of the program.
Okay, you just can't show up and say, "Hey, I took."
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
So I like just a response would be good though, because
Yeah.
I'm showing up tomorrow, and God forbid
Uh-oh.
that boy does not have a full day of driver's ed. I'm going to lose my damn mind.
Uh-oh. Okay, lady, if you know what's good for you, answer the email, okay?
That's all I'm asking for. Okay, Ashley says opening statement start today. We are talking Karen Reed.
Oh, thank God. The prosecution's attorney, the guy that they've hired, was Whitey Bulger's defense attorney.
Okay.
I believe that's how that goes. I mean, this is like, I don't know. And we've talked about this many times before. I don't understand who is bankrolling her, because the amount of money that is being spent on her behalf, I don't think she's independently wealthy. It is way beyond what she must
No,
have
it's
in
the
bank.
high profile case.
And they're just doing it for,
Yeah.
yeah,
Notoriety.
I guess.
Yeah.
Whew.
Right.
I guess. I don't know. It's
Well,
just,
it's not been on the news, so whoever is involved in it is making at least their bones.
yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no, it's on the news every day. It was the lead story this morning. It was either Karen Reed or Pope Francis.
This was our Easter conversation. Good morning, Dan.
Karen Reed and Pope Francis?
Yep, both.
Oh, okay.
Both of them. That was the Easter conversation with my in-laws when we went out. Very lovely brunch, super cute.
Yep.
You know, of course, it's always the fight of getting my family to take a family photo together. It's every single year.
But you had some cute pictures.
Somebody's not happy. Someone's unhappy with the location. We did that last time.
And somebody looks like a movie star.
Lily decided this year that she was going to look good because she's always got a puss face or some situation during Easter. So she went above and beyond her normal.
Yeah, she looked like the movie star.
Right? So we'll keep her. We went down to Spore Garden before brunch and the place was packed. It was a beautiful day. So everybody wanted photos with the daffodils. And so there was like a parking situation that was causing major anxiety for everyone that involved. There's like 6 parking spots, everyone. Patience.
Just wait your turn.
Well, that was just an inkling of what the summer around here is going to look like. Because I know everybody's doom and gloom and tourism is down and flights are down and everyone's worried. I don't think that that's going to stop tourists from visiting us this summer.
No, probably not.
I think it's just going to look a little differently. That's all.
Yeah.
I know. Good morning to you. Hi, Cindy. We've missed your face. Remind me, I need to reach out to you about your lunch and learn. Everything's fine. We're just going to shift it a little earlier. We've got a lunch and learn happening today over at Sienna. So if you're a Mashpee Chamber member, or if not, you can still get signed up until I think I left sign up until 10 a.m. open. So if you want to join us, Serafina is going to give a talk while we have a lovely lunch on the chamber, if you're a member, about marketing and organizing your library. So you're not working so hard all the time looking for content. You know, she's got this tried and true method to get you through at least a year of marketing and with these small amounts of organization. So I'm like, okay, I could definitely use a little organization in my life.
No, not you.
You're just as bad.
Oh, I know. I know.
It's like, listen, pal.
I know. I got too many things going on. And
that's it.
Oh, my goodness.
Good morning, Miss Eva. I got a chance to connect with her.
Eva, how are you? Happy Easter and all that stuff.
We got a pedicure. And then we were trying to get to your great shred event.
Yes.
But time ran out.
Oh, my goodness. We had at least 45 carloads.
Amazing.
We raised $1,000 for the Sandwich Food Pantry.
Very cool.
We filled up. Well, one truck came that had been over here in Mashpee in the morning.
Right.
We filled that one up, and then they had to have another truck come.
Awesome.
And we just had all kinds of stuff. It was great. I mean, people really appreciate the fact that they can, safely get rid of this stuff. And, we saw a couple of people who came who had, for example, paperwork from, their late dad's business.
Oh, right.
He was an accountant or something. And I really can't throw it out. I know there's a lot of stuff here. Is it okay? Yeah, yes.
Shred away.
Shred away. And you can watch, it goes in the truck and you can watch it spin it around and turn it into confetti. And then Great White Shred takes it off Cape. No one on Cape takes it to a place, he said, I believe either in Mansfield or Marshfield. And they turn it into, recyclable material.
Yep.
And it could be paper, it could be tissue, it could be toilet paper.
Amazing.
But it all gets used. One of the things I asked was, you hear that, recycling isn't as popular anymore. There's not enough, demand for it. The material isn't being used anymore. And he said, no, that's really not true.
Right. Yeah. No, what they're talking about is China's not buying it.
Yes.
We're actually using it now.
Right.
So that's good. All good stuff right there.
Yep.
Good morning, Jim. Happy Easter, Hank. So says Eva.
Thank you.
Sean Daly, I'm very excited for your restaurant to be opening. Drop all the information in it so everybody can get themselves ready, because sitting by the ocean side in Hyannis is looking mighty fine right now.
No, really.
We've got to grab some gift cards so that we can give them away here on the show, and then some trade.
Where is this?
Right on the harbor in Hyannis.
Uh-huh. Very cool.
I know. Well, it's had a few different names. What is its current name? I know it's so bad, but honestly, it's had a lot of names. But now that I know that you've taken it over, you started last year, and that's where Bobby Weeks was.
Okay.
So,
okay, next to Black Cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Right there on the water.
Yep.
At the hotel,
Gotcha.
Blue Harbor Hotel.
Yep.
So we're looking forward to a summer season around here for sure. It's like we've had a taste of it just a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Will was out in the garden yesterday, getting it all cleaned up, getting the front yard looking better than it has been in a while. We let it winter. It was a hard Cape Cod winter.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
And don't think it's over by any stretch of the imagination. I'm sure Mother Nature will come and kick us in the teeth.
Although the weather's supposed to be halfway decent this week.
Looking forward to it. I need it in my life.
Yes, we need the sun. I mean,
right?
It's just please.
Did you golf at all?
Maybe gonna golf tomorrow.
Yeah. This is last call, by the way, for our golf tournament, Cinco de Mayo, over at Willow Bend. It is going to be a very lovely day. So I think
Stephanie says it's going to be a lovely day.
Right. Well, you know what? You get breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
We got. Thank you very much to Duncan. Thank you very much to Dino. Thank you very much to Willow Bend. One meal from all of them, and you've got a full day on your plate. So
that's great.
Yeah, we've got some really fun raffle prizes as well, and it's all to raise money for the Scholarship Foundation.
I went to 11 o'clock mass on Sunday.
How was that?
Because, well, I figured it's not going to be that crowded.
You're
Wrong.
crazy. You're crazy.
Wrong. And I went to Dunk's before that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
A zoo.
Bedlam.
Yeah.
The manager was there this morning when I stopped to get my coffee, and I said, "You glad Easter Sunday's over?"
Like, what?
And she said, "Oh my God." It wasn't just people coming in and ordering stuff.
Yeah.
People coming in and 2 boxes of Joe, 4 dozen donuts, and they were like one after the other after the other.
Yeah.
And you almost wanted to say, people, maybe you should order ahead because they don't have continuous
Oh, it
donuts.
didn't matter. It was crazy. I was excited for the amount of activity that we had on the Cape. It's like, oh, okay. People were visiting, shaking off the dust of their Cape houses, saw a lot of new faces.
Yes. Yep.
So that was kind of nice. I did feel bad for everyone at the Kootemisset who got their rear end handed to them. It was absolutely slammed and they were so understaffed. I was just like, oh, guys, I'm so sorry. Thank you. This is a lovely brunch.
Yes, but all they can do is just grind it out. I mean, that's the thing that we have to understand as customers, and they have to understand as people who are running the business.
Yeah.
You can only do what you can do.
Yep.
And if you just grind it out, if you're consistently working away, anybody who complains, well, they're idiots.
Yeah. Everybody's going to complain because that's what we do as people anyway.
Right.
Like our question of the day today, which is it's a hard job. Who acts like they have a hard job? They don't really have a hard job.
And I was surprised it started a philosophical discussion.
I love it. This is what our question of the day is there for. It is there for open discussion.
Philosophical discussions?
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought it was just for yucks.
Well, somebody did write porn star, so they're still out there. The yucks are still there.
There's a joke there about porn star and hard, but we're not going to go there.
You didn't connect the dots. Good morning, Chris Ball. Thanks for joining us on the show this morning. You had an interesting. What is with the people stealing things at cemeteries?
I felt so bad for you, Chris.
It's just weird.
Yeah. If you're not friends with Chris on Facebook, he brought a very nice arrangement of flowers to his wife's grave for the holiday, for Easter. And when he went back to visit the grave, the flowers were gone. Yeah,
and like bunny ears. Like, it's just very bizarre. Like, who's moving stuff around the cemetery?
Right. Either they brought it home and said, "Oh, honey, look what I got," or they moved it to someone else's gravestone and they said, "Look, Ma, see the nice flowers I got for Easter."
Like they're watching. They know. Thieves.
Yes, they do.
I squinted a little bit when I opened up the stack of stuff today to see what was going on in the world. And I saw Dick Van Dyke's name and I'm like, do I want to read this? He can't go the same week as the Pope. Usually it works in threes.
Oh, my. But what was Dick Van Dyke?
Do you want me to lower it down so you can get it all out?
Sorry. No way. Okay, let's try it again. All right. Oh, man.
So, we lost the Pope Easter Monday.
Yep.
I was like, he held on. He had a full day of activities too. He was out there blessing people, talking to people. It wasn't in good shape.
Yep. Tooting around in the Pope mobile. He didn't look good.
No, by any stretch of the imagination.
As somebody said, you couldn't have choreographed it any better.
Right.
He went, like you said, he went around, he's blessing people, boatmobile, went home. Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
Right. I did it all. Yep. That was it.
Yep, I'm done.
Great place to close out is Easter Monday.
Yeah. No, he did. It's going to be interesting to see now how this is all going to unfold and who's next. And
why do you think there's some papal?
All that stuff. Well, it's always fun. My daughter Megan, it just sounds a little bizarre, I know, says that she loves this process.
We talked about the conclave, about Megan's obsession with the conclave. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, because she likes the smoke thing. She I don't know why.
Full day of deliberations. We don't have a Pope yet.
But it's kind of exciting. So up to 4 times a day, you got to watch the thing and see what happens. And so, but that's not for like 10 days or something or whatever.
Yeah, we got time.
We got time. So get your popcorn, get your whatever you need to watch the smoke.
I have plenty else going on in my life. I don't have time for this. I just do not. But that's what they say happens before you die. You get all this this burst of activity to get it all out.
Right.
So I'm glad he used it for Easter services.
Yes.
Got a lot of bang for his buck over there.
He did. Well, although they showed him at one point when they rolled him out on the balcony before he did this. He was sleeping.
Yeah.
I mean, he was.
But
at least not like the previous guy.
No.
You what did you call him? Pope on a stick?
Pope on a stick.
He didn't even know where he was.
Oh, yeah. No.
I mean, at least he knew where he was.
Nope. They tied him to this like mechanical arm and then rolled him out for the crowds. I was like, really? Okay. Okay. I'm here for it.
Wave to the faithful.
This was the last time I was in Rome and I was just blown away by it.
Yeah.
This is also a Jubilee year.
Yes.
So this is a big one where tourists are coming. So, I mean, he couldn't have picked his death at any better of a time.
Oh, no. And he's doing the whole funeral thing different. He's gotten rid of just about all the pomp and circumstance. Yeah. He's not even going to be buried down in the basement of St. Peter's. He's being buried somewhere else.
Yeah.
So he's really a disruptor, I think is the word that they used.
Well, they need that. We need that.
Yeah. You know, I felt bad, though. He never had a chance to go home. He never went back to Argentina.
Yeah.
And they go, he didn't think he was in the running for anything, because the story is he just brought a small suitcase because he was going to stay for a couple of days and do his voting and go home.
Yeah.
He never went home. Not for any kind of.
Buddy.
Yeah. I assume family came to see him.
Yeah.
But you really don't know because they don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Just like they don't talk about how the president goes out on, Sunday night for tacos somewhere,
right.
You don't know.
Mean, he did some cool things that was never done before, like address our Congress.
Oh, yes.
He did some neat things.
Yes. In English. Apparently he can't speak English. He just chooses, I don't think it's his most comfortable language.
Yeah.
Or was his most comfortable language.
Good morning, Lenore. Hello, Brenda. Thanks for joining us on the show this morning. It's Tuesday. It is a school vacation week. How are your parents surviving? Caregivers, grandparents, just blink if you're okay.
Yep. And it's only Tuesday.
I know. Well, my children are old now. All they do is make messes. So, although
and sleep late.
Yeah, which I'm okay with.
Yeah. No, is Lily sleeping over
She's
there?
still here.
Okay.
Yep. She's got to go back today. Kicking her on the bus, and then she's got a couple of weeks, and she'll be home.
Yeah.
She's already planning the exodus, and she wants to leave before it's move out day because she doesn't want to deal with that chaos.
I wouldn't either.
Right?
That's chaos.
Yeah. So she's only got one final that she has to physically be there for.
Yep.
Most of it's just tying up some loose ends at this point. So
right. And submitting stuff and doing stuff online. And
she had stuff due Easter Sunday. So she was up until midnight. It was like 11:58 when she's up submitting things. Nothing wait until the last minute.
Some professors are just lost in their own world.
Yeah.
Doing stuff like that is just really idiotic.
Right?
Yeah. Look at the calendar and say, oh, geez, you know what? That's Easter. No.
I know.
I'll make it Monday.
And well, that's even what the kids had asked. Can we just have it Monday? And she was like, no, it is this time. So I was like, okay.
Okay.
I don't get it.
That's what's wrong with academia these days.
Whatever. She's enjoying it. She's going back for another year. And I feel like, all right, then. That's good. She's happy there. She's good.
Still.
Oh, yeah. So I was squinting as I opened up the news today, and I saw Dick Van Dyke's name.
So what did he do?
He's fine. He's 99 years old. I always get a little nervous when they get, like the Betty White situation. But he says no, he wants to work more, and he wants to win an Oscar.
You got to have goals.
I was like, all right, I love it. Even at 99 years old, this man wants more work and wants to win an Oscar.
My goal would be keep living.
Right? And that is his goal.
Yeah. And I'd be fine with keep living.
Living his best life.
Yeah.
Somebody just give Dick Van Dyke an Oscar, but wait. Because we want him to stay. It's like, we don't want him to feel completed. Right. And then that's when you quit life.
But then there's something about the posthumously giving one where you go, when he was alive, we should have done something.
Right.
Yeah.
I know, it's a fine line.
Yes.
Especially, he'll do all of the work for this film and they'll finally give it to him. But
yeah.
I don't know. Hang in there, Dick Van Dyke. Yep. Just know that I get nervous anytime I see your name in the news because you're a national treasure.
Yes.
We don't need to lose you just yet.
All right. We're down one.
Yeah, right.
We know who the other two are going to be, but it's not Dick Van Dyke.
I know. Well, we got the Pope. It's not Dick Van Dyke.
No.
Well, wait.
Well, the Pope is one. Now we need two more.
Trivia tonight over at Shipwrecked. If you're looking for something to do, we've got trivia.
We will be there.
Oh, yay. Good.
The put it in writing class is coming.
Yep.
Miss Mari's coming as well.
I'll be coming in hot. I've got a EDIC meeting over at Town Hall, and then I'll be there.
Okay.
Tuesday, once a month, I've got to connect with the town stuff and see what's going on there. We've got a hot election going on here in Mashpee.
Boy, there sure is. There are signs all over the place.
Oh yeah, this is serious. The statements were released. Mashpee TV did a good job of capturing all of the most of the people running in their statements.
Yep.
Of what their platform is, what it is that they're working on, why they're running, and some of the things that are important to them. So it's just good to know and get to the candidates. Also, it's just good to know that there are 2 different select person openings. One is for a 2-year term that is already rolling on, and one is for a full 3-year term. 2 separate voting situations. So just notice that when you are going to vote.
So it's going to be two different entries for okay, good to know.
Yep. And they drew out of a hat how they were going to be listed, which I didn't know that's how that goes.
Yeah, they can do that.
I always thought it was alphabetical order. I never really paid much attention to how they were listed or why they are that way.
They do that. Yeah.
So that was something I learned.
Okay.
The very scientific, put it in a hat and pull it.
Put it in a hat and pull it. It's the fairest. I mean,
Yes. Hello, Eleanor. Thanks for joining us. And good morning, Miss Emily. We will see you later. It is game printing day. We pushed her off yesterday. Cliff had a full day.
Okay.
Oh, he was in Chatham, P-Town. I was just watching his thing. And Lily made us all a lovely dinner last night.
Well, isn't that nice?
Right?
Yeah.
Risotto, some scallops, asparagus. We had a lovely sit-down meal with a bottle of Sancerre. It was very grown up.
Oh, dear. And how did that work out for you?
It was lovely.
Okay.
I very much enjoyed it. Are you kidding me? It was awesome to have somebody else cook dinner.
True.
I did the scallop portion. She's not protein ready yet.
Oh, all right.
But she makes a banging risotto. It was very good. Oh, it was so good.
Was it just a plain risotto or risotto with something?
She does like onions and whatnot, but no, the risotto was for the scallop. So
okay.
She doesn't mess with the flavor profile of it. Also, Sandy's going to be out tonight over at Bailey's. Bailey's has got hot music bingo going on.
Yep.
I don't know what she does. Spin the bottle for tiebreakers. Sandy's getting a little kooky over there, and people are loving it. So
she wears your mermaid outfit.
That's it. You just never know.
Yeah.
I hope everybody had a lovely Easter. I was already redistributing the Easter candy yesterday. I had a bucket full of Rolos. I don't know why those were left.
Rolos. I don't know.
It's like that
Rolos
caramel
anymore.
with the hot chocolate on the outside.
I think I used to like them, but not so much anymore.
Well, I repurposed them. I saw my aunt make these silly little cookies with a pretzel, and you put the Rolo on it, and you heat them up.
Really?
And then it tastes like a turtle.
Ah.
It was. They were gone. I made them. I put them to cool, and I came downstairs to get a glass of water, and they were gone. Oh. I said to my son, "Where do they go?"
I don't know.
Mom, those weren't going to last. Those are what Auntie Gail makes. She usually puts an M&M on top. I said, I was just reusing the Easter candy nobody ate.
Right.
God almighty. Now I'm getting critiqued for a Rolo on a cookie.
Right. She tried.
I know, right? Oh, Cindy, trying to make me Robin. Good morning, Serafina. Poor Serafina. We were supposed to have her on the show yesterday, and I was just in one of those days where I just couldn't get it together.
Uh-huh.
So I just opted to just work and be by myself.
Which was probably safer than for all of us.
Yeah. I really could not get my life together to save myself yesterday. I did turn in a bunch of stuff and I worked independently, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't function. Speaking of couldn't function, you said Sandwich PD has got some crazy crime for us.
Sandwich PD has all kinds of interesting things. There are several entries in the Sandwich Police Department log in Facebook on Apple Watches.
Oh yeah,
inadvertently or somehow they're calling 911.
Oh,
there's at least 3, and they're all kind of the same kind of thing. People said, I don't know what happened, and it just went off, but. The advice from Sandwich PD is if your watch goes off and you inadvertently contact the police department, please answer your phone when they call you.
Right.
To just say, hey, everything's okay. I don't know what happened. The watch queued up. Because if you don't answer, then they're going to have to come and look for you.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to waste their time.
Well, and with all of this great technology that we have devices listening to us all the time, deciding if we need help or not.
Right.
honestly, I'm sure that that's what it is.
Oh, yeah. Someone inadvertently, said call and something about 911 at the same time. And that was, my gosh, folks, I'm sorry. Then there's this.
You're not the only one, by the way.
Oh, I know it.
Plagued by allergies at this point in time. Everybody's got that spring pollen.
Well, the pollen count is through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And those of us who suffer from that kind of stuff are obviously suffering. A motorist called in to report a cable company truck daring to do its job on Farmersville Road. According to the caller, the vehicle was basically parked in the middle of the street. Officers responded swiftly to this critical emergency, only to find the truck was safely off the road, cones properly placed, and hazard lights flashing like a disco ball.
Of course.
In short, the cable company employee did everything right, but let's be real, it's the cable company. People will complain.
Exactly. And they have their phone number on the back of the truck. Like, that they're going to do it right.
Right. Oh, yeah. Springtime means neighborhood disputes are reigning. A homeowner came into the station to report harassment by a neighbor, this time through the use of security cameras that were pointed at her phone. At her home, I should say. At her home.
I was like, that is very specific.
I'm sorry, at her home. Officers paid a visit to the owner of the devices. They were cooperative and showed officers the feed in real time. It was determined that because of vegetation and a fence, the camera did not have a clear view of the neighboring property and was not an invasion of privacy.
Ugh.
Please stop.
How would she even know, though? They just felt like a camera was watching them? People are mental.
I mean, you'd have to go look like next door and go, the camera's looking. I mean, really, folks, don't bother the police with this kind of stuff. It just doesn't, I don't know. Oh, here's one. And this is going to be happening more. An out-of-town parent reported neighbors were calling her to inform her of numerous vehicles in her yard, as well as across neighboring lawns.
Oh, yeah.
The reporting party was unable to provide more information because their child had disabled security cameras.
Oh.
A second caller reported more cars and kids running through neighboring yards. The youth shared that his bland, small, intimate gathering of friends had gotten out of hand.
Oh, I was waiting for it.
And individuals not known to him crashed the party.
Yeah.
This is the time of year where that stuff's going to happen.
Yep, for sure. Well, it's April vacation. It's spring break for the kiddos. And it's going to happen more. It's graduation season. We're getting very close to end of year parties. And yeah, we have those type of roads that just do not have room for all of the vehicles in which we've got.
No, we were down at Town Neck the other day.
Yeah.
And, driving, and you can park on both sides of the street down in Town Neck. But people were at the brewery. Business was going well. There were cars parked on both. And I said to Mari, somebody's going to be calling the cops.
Oh, yeah. That neighborhood in specific will call the cops.
We'll call the cops.
They're obnoxious.
Right. And then the cops show up and they go, yeah.
You're allowed to park here.
You're allowed to park on the side of the street. What do you want?
Oh, the good times. Gotta love Cape for the summer.
Yes.
The parking problems.
Yes. Just whatever.
Thank you very much, Sandwich Police, for your crazy crime. We always enjoy you sharing it with us. We had our own crazy crime to deal with the nails in the road this week.
Yeah, what was that all about?
I don't even know. Does anybody even know why they put nails in the road in Falmouth?
I don't know, because it's Falmouth. Somebody was feeling cranky in Falmouth.
I don't know. Well, it was like after that whole rash of mailbox smashings as well. Same area.
Yep.
So obviously there are some hoodlums in the hood.
Yeah, or there's some neighborhood back and forth going on.
I don't know. A lot of axe to grind over there. 11 reasons people stop posting their life online as they get older. I came into a story and I was like, very interesting. There's a quiet kind of maturity that hits you when you start pulling back from social media and stop posting your whole life online anymore as you get older.
How older is older?
I don't know. It doesn't really give an age bracket.
Okay.
It just says that the older you get, the more you realize how much peace comes from keeping certain things to yourself.
Correct.
You're not hiding. Privacy just feels more like a power over your own life.
Yep.
I've always said this. You
Right.
decide what you want to share. You don't have to share absolutely everything all of the time.
Because someone will comment.
Right.
Probably not positively.
People love to be trolls online. So number one, they realize attention isn't the same thing as real connection.
Yes.
When you're younger, it's easy to confuse likes, comments, and engagement with genuine interest or care. But as you grow, you start craving intimacy and not just interaction. So that's one thing where people aren't getting close to it. Cindy says, I'm trying to post more business stuff and occasional share. Right. But people don't know I had shoulder surgery. I know you had shoulder surgery. How are you feeling, by the way?
Hoping you feel better.
There's a scientific reason behind this. Apparently, we're wired to connect. It's kept us all alive for millions of years in a world of scarcity and ever-present danger, explains Stanford psychiatrist Anna Lembeck. She said, Dopamine Nation finds balance in the age of indulgence. Moving in tribes safeguards against predators, which is why we find our people.
What was all of that mumbo jumbo?
So basically, we crave intimacy with groups of people. We need to have friends. We move in tribes purposefully. This is how we've always gotten things done.
All right.
So we're not meant to be the lone wolf.
Okay.
Well,
that was loaded with cliches. Now,
yeah, right.
Wow.
So instead of sharing every high and low, they've started sharing those stories where people actually ask how you are and mean it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
They've been burned by people using their post against them. One of the fastest ways to lose your desire to post your whole life online is to experience someone weaponizing what you've shared. Maybe it was a vague subtweet. Maybe it was something that you were just keeping tabs on later gossip. Either way, it leaves a mark. Another reason why they've experienced real grief, and that has changed their relationship to visibility. When you go through something truly devastating, a loss, a betrayal, a life-altering event, it changes how you engage with the world. Suddenly it feels strange to perform joy, and you're still grieving.
Right. And you don't have anything you really want to share.
Right. Sometimes that's it. We've been taught you don't say anything if it's not positive.
That's correct.
So sometimes it's really difficult to share, even on the oversharing days.
Yes.
They're not gone. They're just in a season of new depth.
That's
what they're saying, right?
Okay.
Another thing, they've learned to value presence over performance. There's a point when you catch yourself curating your life more than living it.
Right. Yep.
You know those fake people on social. You just know.
Oh, yes, you do. Absolutely. Yep.
Half the time, that's the joy of me going through social. Scroll. Fake lies.
Didn't happen that way.
And then I find this is interesting. This is funny. Okay, I can get down with this. We all know these things. Another reason, they've become more protective of their relationships. People have had relationships implode under public scrutiny, usually never go back to sharing like that again.
Right.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we are just rude.
Oh, God.
You get behind a keyboard and all of a sudden people just become so rude. Like most people would never say that in person.
Of course not. They wouldn't say it to your face. But they would, post
about it.
Yes. Oh, yeah. They'd make all kinds of comments.
We've talked about this a million times. Just keep scrolling.
Yep.
We're talking through the 11 reasons people stop posting their life online as they get a little bit older. They've developed stronger boundaries with their time and energy.
Yeah, because it takes a lot of time to sit down and do all of that.
Right.
To comment and to put up your own stuff and make up your stuff that you put up to go on and all of that. It's lots of times it's not worth the effort.
Posting constantly takes emotional energy and can hurt your mental health, even when it's just for fun.
Right.
What am I watching? This came up on my YouTube. Hi, AF. Welcome to Hank and Stephanie. We're here on Cape Cod. We're just talking about the daily things.
Yeah,
and now,
thanks for joining us.
I know our news stories, 11 reasons people stop posting their life online as they get older. They've grown out of needing external validation from social media.
Right.
They don't need it. There's a point when compliments stop hitting the same.
Right. And you have to remember that there is a large group of people who are not on social media at all.
Right.
And they're living their lives and they're just fine.
AF is joining us from Amsterdam.
Oh, my goodness.
Right. Thank you very much for joining our show. I'm glad that we popped up on your feed.
Wow. Thank you.
I was in Amsterdam last year. Very much enjoy it. Enjoy the bikes, even though they're very busy and you need to pay very much attention as you're rolling around Amsterdam. This is the season where they start dredging all of them out of the canals and whatnot, right?
What do you mean? People get frustrated with their bikes and just throw them
They
in the canal?
lose them. They fall in.
And they don't
accidents. Bike racks fall in there. No, they spend like once a year. They'll like scoop them up all out of the canal.
Really?
And I love the fact that they like have like tons of thrift shops. They reuse things. They've got their work bike. They've got their Sunday morning bike. It's a very much a biking community.
Wow.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. I did not know that.
Thanks for joining us in Amsterdam. Some more stuff that we're talking about. We're going to round out these 11 reasons. They're building a life that feels good more than it looks. So the best lives don't always photograph well. The older you get, the more you start choosing messy joy over curated content. Your apartment might be Pinterest perfect, but it's cozy and it's safe.
Right.
Your weekend plans may be chill, but they're healing. Your partner might not be an Instagram model that's hot, but love is real. Start prioritizing how life feels over how it performs on a feed. Right. I think that's just valuable information to have.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because people do spend an awful lot of time posting stuff and, fake pictures and this is what I'm doing. And now this is what I'm doing. And now this is what I'm doing. And most people don't care.
No. Welcome to my life. I post the messy, the good, the bad, the ugly. You're getting it all.
And she doesn't care what you think.
I don't. One time, Rob, it was about Easter last year where I posted a photo of what nightmare my living room looked like. And everyone was like, it was like a where's Walt, like what's missing photo. There's just crap everywhere. And I'd come in from working probably a 10-hour day and I'm like, this is what I come home to.
But you see, you guys live in this house.
Yes.
There's no question that people live here.
Right. That is true.
Sometimes you go into people's houses and you go, really? Does anybody live
here?
Right.
That really? Clinical thing is not for us.
Everything's so neat and clean and picked up and everything else. But here you walk in and you go, yep, Stephanie lives here.
The chaos is inside and outside, everybody.
Right.
Finally, they realize they're not being sacred. Not everything sacred has to be shared. And they've simply changed. And they don't feel the need to explain it.
Right. No, you don't have to share everything.
Right? At the end of the day, some people stop posting just because they're different now. And they don't have the same desires, needs, or instincts that they used to. They're not trying to make a statement. They're just living their life with no announcements, no algorithms, and no aesthetic.
Yeah, they just don't need it anymore.
Right?
So I guess that does. Hopefully it becomes less and less of a need the older and older you get.
Yeah.
Because you become more and more settled and more happy with what it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
And you're not thrashing around trying to figure out, what makes people happy and who's my friend and who isn't my friend.
Yeah. What I hear is like a silent confidence.
Yeah.
We're older. I don't care.
Right.
It's what happens. Good morning, Huck. I hope you're doing well. I know that you had that back injury. We were supposed to see him over at Rockies on Saturday.
I thought he had a fight coming.
He had a fight coming up and he was injured.
Oh.
So heal fast.
Before the fight?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're thinking, yeah, exactly. So I'm glad that you're repairing yourself and doing the right thing and not pushing through. Our bodies, once again, we're older. We don't repair as fast. Paula says the police and postings on Facebook town pages asking why the cops are driving by. That's always fabulous.
Yeah. Or the postings about, people hearing airplanes over by the base.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God, I see planes. What's going on? I don't know.
We have an air base behind us.
We have an air base. They're bringing in big planes. I don't. Oh my God.
See, AF says an estimated 12 to 15,000 bicycles are dredged from Amsterdam canals per year.
Wow.
Right?
And most of them end up being, I suppose, if they're not rusted, then they're reusable.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Well, they recycle all of the parts somehow, somewhere. But yeah.
Well, I mean, and they recycle over there too. See, that's one of the differences between Europe and here. they actually do recycle stuff.
Yeah, we're getting better.
I mean, they're serious about all those kinds of things, renewable energy, and recycling, and all of that. And over here, we're not quite that serious yet.
We're getting better about it, and I'm really looking forward to our markets. People are getting pretty excited about the Mashpee Farmers Market and also the Canal Farmers Market. Invoices are going out this week for Canal Farmers Market. We've got a quick little sidewalk sale that's coming up May 3rd. So we're going to have like a little taste of the market inside of Mashpee Commons.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to shut down Steeple Street from Black Dog to Panera. And we're going to have some of our marketers in there.
Really?
Just for a sidewalk sale. I'm hoping that the weather connects with us. Fresh Roll is going to have their food truck.
Good.
We've got curbside coffee, which is going to be joining us for this season. That's going to be in their curbside cafe. We've got some regular food trucks this year. So
good.
That's really nice.
Yes.
Last year
great.
we didn't have that just because we got late planning. But this year people are excited about this season. And we've got some new faces coming to market.
Are the ladies who make the scones going to be there?
Oh, of course they are.
Oh, right. I miss those scones. Oh, my God.
Kelly is relocating her kitchen stuff. So we're working on finding her a kitchen. So if you do have a commercial kitchen in pretty much any place on the Cape, please reach out to us for commercial kitchen space. We're always looking. I'd really love to build one here in Mashpee. I just don't have a spare $250,000 right now. But I'm working on it. I've got high goals here.
My goodness.
I really do.
A spare $250,000.
That's all. I mean, our federal funds have dried up just a little bit. So
really? You too, huh?
We're working on other avenues in which to connect with our community here in Mashpee. So let us know. Maybe they can build us into the new police department.
There you go.
I'm fine with that. Like, that's cool. Can you carve out a little space for us over there?
Mashpee is going to be a new
I'll
police
support
department.
it.
Sandwich, they're talking about building a new fire station. But you see, the problem is for too long, so many of these towns didn't do anything. And now you're at the point where you either pay for it. What I always like to say is, look, you either pay for it now or you pay more for it later.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that has happened to Sandwich a couple of times already. They paid more for the police station and more for the new Center for Active Living than they would have had they went and done it back when they first started talking about it.
Newsflash, life doesn't ever get cheaper.
No.
It's never going to be cheaper than it is today.
No.
It's just not.
And your taxes don't go down.
Cried out loud. Ashley said I recycled other people's old kitchen items and unused household items and fixed up my old house. Love that. Habitat for Humanity.
There you go.
Right here in Falmouth and also in Yarmouth. Great places for you to come and see maybe some stuff that you might need fixed. I found a random door thing that I needed to help our slider be fixed for like $10.
Yep.
So I was so excited where I didn't have to buy a new $400 door, probably $800 door. I'd love to have French doors there, but it's just not going to happen anytime soon. Not to mention the fact that we don't have enough time to do one household project, let alone
never mind several
renovations.
Right.
That's funny.
Although we don't need it today. How's the heat working down here?
No, it's not working down here. It's working everywhere else.
Okay.
That's good.
See, I'm not cold today, but I get a sweatshirt on. So
'tis the season of assessments. We've had people here from every walk of life. The solar people, the duct people, the HVAC people were here. We had Mass Save come in. We've had all of it done.
Okay.
Just trying to figure it out, get some insulation going, trying to do it better.
Yep. Well, we were doing our kitchen.
Oh, wow.
So we've had kitchen guys come.
How's that? Stressful, right?
It is. We're going to get an estimate. I think what's today? Tuesday, Thursday. I think we're going to get an estimate from one of them. But the kitchen is the kitchen that, I mean, Mari knew. Mari knew when we moved in that she was going to, redo it because the kitchen it's original and the unit is like 20 something years old. So it's time to do something. And like, the cabinet over the two small cabinets over the refrigerator.
Yeah.
They're being held up because they're resting on the refrigerator.
Oh yeah.
So it's little stuff like that you can kind of let go. But then after a while, it's like, you know what?
I hate that. It's useless. Like you can't reach that. That's not accessible to anything. What are you going to put up there?
No. And we have like I
can't stand dysfunctional.
I don't know if they call it an
cabinets.
inlet or whatever it is, but it's like an island attached to the wall.
Yeah.
And the lip, the overhang, isn't on the side next to the dining area where you could pull up a couple of chairs and sit.
Yeah.
It's on the other side where the drawers are. So you can't pull up chairs and sit and like use it as a breakfast bar.
So annoying.
Of a coffee bar.
Yeah.
So that's got to be fixed.
If you are looking for a contractor, Cindy is going to be doing a lunch and learn coming up in June over at Uva Wine Bar. And it's how to pick a contractor, just little things like that. How do you know the right person to hire? She's been through all of them and now does this as a profession.
Really?
So it's like Angie's List, but for contractors. Mm-hmm. So if you're looking for the right person and a good match, definitely come.
Angie's List. Mari went on Angie's List.
The worst now.
She'll look for kitchen people.
Because it's all monetized.
Oh my God. Phone kept ringing and ringing and ringing, and it was like, stop.
I know. Same thing happens when you look for a realtor or you're looking for something else.
Well, if you're looking for a realtor, you call Mari Center Plus City Real Estate, and you're all set.
I was waiting for that. Immediately jumps into action.
Right. One phone call, 508-360-5664.
But when you're searching online for mortgages or you're searching online for this and you put your information and all they do is capture it and then the phone calls begin. You've looked for this. This happened. You opened this can of worms.
I've been looking for a publisher for my book.
Yeah.
And I've looked at a couple of sites and I think I sent emails to two. And oh my God, the text messages I'm getting.
Yeah.
From all these other people saying, oh, you're looking to publish a book. Well, yeah, I am, but I didn't ask you.
Because they're sharks.
Yes, they are.
And
everybody's got a deal. You know, the thing last week was at Easter specials.
Yeah.
To get your book. What?
I don't even know what's real anymore. That's the problem.
No, that was the problem that I had.
Right? Is it a deal? Is it a steal? Are they going to take all of my information? I don't even know anymore.
Right. And the thing for me was.
And I'm pretty savvy.
Yeah. A lot of these book publishers, you know, they will edit it for you. They'll do a cover and all of that stuff. And, you know, they'll get you published on Amazon and all of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I'm looking for is I actually want print copies as well.
Yeah.
And I won't mention the name, but the initials are BN, a rather large, well-known book supplier.
We got it.
And I asked them, okay, how much would it cost me, you know, per book if I wanted to have a paperback version? And the answer was, well, when you sign up, the marketing manager you will be working with will tell you that. And
right.
I went, no.
Right. I know. Why? I just feel like I'm being stolen from.
Right.
This is the problem, though, with making our lives easier. We're used to just clicking a button to fix our problems, right?
Yeah.
We don't do the research, but sometimes when you do the research, you get more confused than you were when I should have just picked one.
Right. Right. I think I've settled on one.
Welcome.
And I'm going to talk to them, you know.
Ashley says, I'll help you, Hank, with other people's kitchens. We have a beautiful old style cabinet recycled for a renovation project from someone else's house. Absolutely beautiful. I picked out a sink for my upstairs bathroom. It's been sitting on my piano for about a year now. So
that's what that is?
Yeah. I've got a sink and it's just sitting there. I haven't found the vanity that goes along with the sink yet. This is the problem when you start thrifting and recycling. You got to find the right piece when you find the right piece. And I just haven't found it yet. And I don't have time to make it.
Okay, let's start a campaign. Help Stephanie find the vanity.
Right? I'll give you the sizes. And while you're all out there thrifting, let me know.
Right. And what color are you looking for?
Oh, I don't care about the color because that can be painted.
Oh, okay. All right.
And white doesn't belong anywhere near my son. So
because
he's a slob.
Oh.
He's a boy. That bathroom needs to be condemned. I need to just renovate it. Speaking of which,
yes,
that's something we need to do. But we're a DIY household. We'll just do it ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We're not allowed to have nice things yet. When all of the children have moved out, We were expecting a house guest last night that needed to borrow a room. They were being evicted, and that they did not arrive yesterday. They found another place to go, which I was thankful for.
Yes,
I love you, Dave.
But so glad you didn't come.
Well, Mackenzie is coming home this summer, and we were supposed to have the baseball. Yeah, so it's like people know that I had the spare room, but it's being filled with one of my children is coming back, and so we're planning her coming home. And so I might have to fly out to Cali and drive her back home. And I offered it. And the minute it left my mouth, I was like, why did I offer this? I don't want to do this.
Drive from San Diego.
Yeah.
Well, that could be fun, though.
Well, I know. I said, well, let me look at the flights and the expense of it all. Maybe I'll just fly out to like Vegas or something, like something fun.
Right.
You can pack it all up. I'll meet you in Vegas.
Right.
I'll take over driving then. It's only 5 hours from San Diego.
That's
You'll
right.
be fine.
It's close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see if I can make it a little bit fun while I'm bringing her home.
Sure. You know what? I don't like Vegas, though.
No.
I really don't.
Yeah. It's not. I mean, it can be fun.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at cheap flights.
Right.
Where it might be a little cheaper.
Oh, well, there's got to be
Frugal Fanny over here doesn't like spending money on things.
Right. But there's got to be airlines that do cheapo flights to Vegas.
Yeah.
There's got to be.
Or somewhere in between, wherever I can support her in her drive. She just needs somebody to drive with. You know how awful it gets.
Reno. I love Reno.
Yeah.
Reno's cool.
Well, we'll have to check out the flights.
To Reno.
If anybody else has a suggestion, let me know. Hi, Heather. I hope you guys are enjoying Florida.
See, I don't like flying into San Diego.
Yeah.
Because there's only one runway in, and you come down in through the buildings.
Yeah. Yep.
That's not, and I don't mind flying at all. That one I'm not a fan of.
Gets you a little nervous.
Yeah, because you just come like, okay. I guess there were more runways to get out, but coming in is only one.
Shout out to our friends.
Correctly.
Hi, Don. Thanks for joining us from the West Coast. Speaking of California, boy, we've got Amsterdam, California. We're all over the place.
We are international.
And Heather said, fly here. It's $50. Well, that's Florida. That's different.
Right.
I could use a little Florida in my life. I missed my opportunity, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Marathon winners over yesterday. We set a course record for the women.
Like 2 minutes better?
Right?
Yeah.
It was perfect day.
It was. It must have been a great day to run.
Yeah. If you're a runner and you do that on the regular, yesterday was a really nice day for the Boston Marathon. And she ended up winning $50,000 on top of it because she set a course record.
Yeah.
So it was a $200,000 day for her.
That's cool.
Right?
Yeah. It's a lot of work, though, to be a marathon runner.
It was on my bucket list, and I've removed that from my bucket list.
Right.
I just don't run anymore, and I'm broken.
And the guy who won on the men's side, his brother won it.
Yeah.
Like 20 years ago or something.
Career or whatever their last name is. I forget. Pretty impressive, though. Yeah. Running is in their family blood, apparently.
Are they both from Ethiopia?
I don't know.
Winners? I don't know. I think the guy who won the male side was from Ethiopia.
I saw some poor gentleman just kind of his whole body broke down.
Oh, I saw that.
A foot away from the ending.
I know it.
And he dragged his body across the finish line. I mean, everybody was there watching him do it. Like, they can't physically touch him or else it'll ruin his time. But
right.
How awful is that?
I know, to get that far.
Yeah.
And just
like crumple over. Like, my body says, no more. We die here.
Right.
Right here on this line. Right. I'll drag it over.
Right.
And then you can assist me.
26 point. How many miles?
Yeah, right.
No.
Open room here for 10 days. Escape to the capital for seniors. I'm definitely enjoying your videos from the villages, the southern version of the villages. Looks like a lot of fun. Some interesting cats during party time.
The villages.
Uh-huh. It is actually the villages.
It is?
Yes.
Is your golf course open? Because mine isn't. And I live in the villages here on Cape Cod, and the golf course isn't open yet, and I pay good money, and, well, whatever.
Not on my lawn. This weekend, we've got a huge race. It is the annual Heroes and Transitions Ruck for Hit. It's going to be starting Thursday. So if you see people on the side of the road, you see vans on the side of the road, please avoid them. Like, it's the only thing that I can tell you. Avoid them. Where you see a van, there's going to be runners. There's going to be random people on the road.
Not only avoid them, don't call the police and tell them there are vans in the road.
Oh,
say no.
There's going to be. Our time in Sandwich is brief.
Thank goodness.
This year we're starting and ending at the fairgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's good. There's a lot of space there.
That's it.
Yep.
I can walk on down there.
Yep. And then get in the van.
Get in my van. Walk on home.
Yep. And really walk home too?
I'll be fine. I'm not the one running.
Oh, okay.
Although I do have to go to the top of the Provincetown Monument and back. That's
Why?
not fun.
Why?
Because that's one of the activities that we have to do as a team.
As a team.
As a full team.
Okay.
Just like once we have to go around the Chatham Lighthouse and carry one of those fake dead bodies around on a stretcher.
Okay.
In the middle of the night.
Okay.
It's like 3 a.m.
And you have to do that as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It's usually nice though. The Coasties let us into the lighthouse and then we get coffee. Their coffee's pretty good. So thank you for that.
Okay.
Let us use the restrooms and whatnot.
Oh, that's nice of them.
That's always nice because porta potty life ain't good.
No.
I'll tell you that right now.
Every now and then that's no, I wouldn't want to live like that.
Yeah, but it's like a full 2 days where no one's eating a hot meal, living off granola bars and like snacks here and there.
Yep.
And then, jammed in a car with 10 other people. It's smelly.
But something to look forward to, apparently.
Lots of stories from the van.
Because you keep doing it every year.
I know. I'm not mentally prepared for it this year, but
Uh-oh.
I'm going in anyway.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to do it anyway. It'll be fine. We'll enjoy it.
All right.
There'll be some stories. Once again, we have a full team this year. Go Team Hazard. I'm so proud of us.
That's good.
We had 3 people drop out, injuries and whatnot, all during training season.
But you got 3 more.
We got 3 more, and we have night support runners. So our runners will actually be able to sleep a little bit.
That's good.
From midnight until 6 a.m. That's usually the toughest part.
And the night support runners, they run at night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, drivers can't sleep, but
right. So you don't sleep at all.
No, I do a little bit. Craig, you're very good to me, Craig. He lets me sleep in the tough times. Although there was one time we both fell asleep and we forgot one of our runners on the course. That was like a solid 20 minutes. It was fine. It's like the hello is that where are you guys?
Right. You didn't turn around and count in the back and go, oh, wait a minute.
We're so tired.
Kind of like the school bus driver who, forgets one of the kids or something.
We didn't. It was just a solid 20 minutes of where is our van? Where are they?
Oh, geez.
What's up, Wendy? Heather says the pool is 88 degrees. Oh, go ahead. Rub it in.
Oh, Wendy, come on, please.
We don't need to hear about it. What's coming up on lunch break, Hank? What's happening?
I'm not sure yet.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to that.
Yes. Not sure yet. Haven't thought about it yet.
If you're looking to be an extra, we have got an Anthony Bourdain movie that is being shot here in Provincetown.
Yes.
And they're looking for kitchen extras.
Mm-hmm.
Throw your hat in the ring. Could be kind of cool.
That'd be cool. I can't wait to see. I mean, I was a big fan of Anthony Bourdain. I've read most of his books.
Yeah.
And what a shame. Oh,
I know.
Goodness. He got himself so...
You never know what people are going through.
No, I know. And he got himself so tied up in this woman that he thought he loved or we thought loved him. And I don't know, that alleged famous Italian actress and director who really wasn't.
Yeah.
Wow. That was sad. That was really, that was one of those days when I was surprised the number of people who knew who he was.
Yeah.
A number of people going around, like one of my nephews, one of the last people in the world, I would have thought he was like, oh my God, Anthony Bourdain. I can't believe it.
I know. Because he was real.
Yes.
He was just very down to earth.
Yes. And I guess he could be a big jerk.
Yeah, well.
Or he could be the nicest guy in the world.
That's everyone all of the time. That is called life. And we're here living it. Thank you very much for choosing us this morning, whether you were thrown in it in your feet in Amsterdam or...
Please come back, by the way. We're here every Tuesday and Thursday. Are we here Thursday? I mean, are we over at cable?
I think,
Thursday?
I think we'll be at Mashpee TV on Thursday.
Because you're not leaving yet to drive the van?
No, that'll be not until midnight.
Oh, okay. All
right.
So we'll do the show, then you go home and you go to sleep?
Yeah, right. No, I've got 14,000 things to do on Thursday. We've got a busy day. Yacht club. I got all kinds of things to do. I don't officially shove off until 11 p.m.
Oh, okay. Oh, the yacht club.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Uh-huh. So thinking about it, it's going to be a really nice day, I think. I would love to see your faces. Check our schedule, lemonadio.com. You can like and subscribe to our show. That way you'll never miss a moment of what's happening. Tomorrow on the show, I've got Mark Thaliotis, and also there's a fundraiser happening for one of our friends, Melissa. Amazing, great bands. It's going to be over at the Loft. We'll talk more about it tomorrow on the show. And oddly, brain injuries. Really? That's really what this centers around, this fundraiser. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. You never know who's going to pop up. If you want to jump on the show, you can just send me an email. I'll send you a list of open dates, Stephanie@stephanieviva.com. And Hank, how do people get a hold of you?
Hank@lemonadio.com.
Perfect. If you're looking for show suggestions, or you've got questions about jazz or blues, or want to hear a good tune. I know RTB gave you a couple of suggestions.
Yeah, he did.
And then you weave them into the show.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I like that.
Yeah. No, I always try to put in what people, what people like to hear. And there's just so much to pick from that, if people have suggestions, that makes it a little easier for me.
Yeah, right.
As opposed to, well, kind of want to hear this, so I figure it out that way.
Perfect. Dave Hegner, thanks for seeing us this morning. And we'll see you at the Lunch and Learn today. We'll be over at Sienna. Serafina is teaching us how to organize our library so we don't have to work so dang hard when we're working for our businesses. I promise it's going to be worth it.
Okay. I'll believe you.
Yeah, right. We'll see you later. Bye,
guys.
Everyone. So long. Farewell.
Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.